Okay, so today we're going to dive into my 5 strategies to avoid holiday weight gain. So, strategy number 1 is to practice mindful eating. And I think this is something that a lot of us, when we go to parties, we kind of almost stress ourselves out because there's so many choices, there's so much good, bad, what should I eat, what should I not eat, like obsession almost happens around it. And what I'd rather do instead is step back, focus on doing really well all day long, stay on track. Like there's no good, there's no bad, there's no screwing up, there's no overdoing it. Especially if you're a one-on-one client of mine, you understand how to eat. You should know exactly how to eat. So really focus on getting as much nutrition early in the day. And then when you go to the party, just take a step back, like enjoy the process, focus on mindful eating, focus on, okay, what do I really want? What is gonna make me feel good and what do I need? And that's kind of how I look at building my plate when I'm at a dinner party. So if it's like a small appetizer cocktail party, I'll fill up first on things that I know are gonna make me feel good, and that's about 50%. So things like veggies and hummus, things like salad, things like, if there's meatballs or chicken or something like that that's gonna make me feel good, I'm gonna eat that first. Then I focus on 25% of things that I really want. So for me, I love a good cheese dip. I love mac and cheese. I love stuffing, like things like that I never really get and I don't want to pass up at a party. But I'm not going to go crazy and binge eat. I'm just going to have a little bit of it. And then the last 25% is going to be something that I know I need. So maybe I'm a little low on protein and I see some meat on the table or some deli meat or some chicken or some charcuterie or something. So for me, I kind of think of it that way and I just kind of eat like I know how to eat. I don't freak out. I don't obsess. I know I'm going to eat probably more calories, more fat than I typically do. But again, it's not about one incidence or even if you go to 6 holiday parties, those 6 things aren't going to kill you if you go into it with the right mindset. So focus, shifting that mindset on obsessing over it and feeling like, oh my God, I got to make all these decisions to let me just be present, be mindful, make, choices that I know are going to benefit me long term and enjoy the process. Tip number 2 is drink tons of water. So this is something that I feel like can be so hard to do, but yet it's so easy to do at the same time. So I really hammer that home during the busy holiday season because it's a small step that makes a big impact. So what I like to do, and I've shown a lot of my clients this before, but I buy one of these at Walmart. Actually, I have a couple of them. I keep them everywhere. And this is 8 glasses of water. So this is the minimum I need each day. So what I'll do is I'll fill this up every morning. And typically I'll do my lemon water first thing. And then this is kind of like my daytime thing. I take it with me everywhere. I make sure I at least get this in every single day. And if I do that, I'm already far ahead of where I need to be. So it's mindless. I just fill it up. I take it, I drink it. I don't worry about it. And I know I'm getting my water in no matter how busy life gets. Now, obviously I strive for more than this, but on the craziest of days, if I can get this, I know I accomplished that goal. So that's tip number 2. Also, when you do go to parties, I always make a rule to drink 2 glasses of water in between a cocktail or wine. That just makes me slow down on my drinking, make sure I stay hydrated. And again, hydration just makes us feel so much better. It gives us energy, helps with digestion, helps with metabolism, so much for you. And it's a small thing you can do that makes a big impact. Tip number 3 is get plenty of protein and fiber. So that's something that, again, I think when we are out, when we go to these holiday parties, typically foods are going to be lower in protein, lower in fiber, higher in fat. So I just try to get that protein and fiber in earlier in the day, whether it's a protein shake with chia seeds, whether it is some quinoa and maybe some chicken or turkey. So just small things that really add up, but focusing and being aware of what my body needs in a day and making sure I get that in earlier in the day. So that way, if I have no control over what I'm eating that night, at least I know I had a really good solid foundation. Tip number 4 is to plan and prep. I know when you're limited on time and when the holidays are around and when you're really busy, it can be easy to say, well, I'll just eat whatever's around. Well, that's the worst thing you can do because you get busy, you don't have a lot of choices. Typically, you'll just end up at the drive-thru, end up pulling something out of the freezer, and that's not what we want. So if you can spend maybe 20 to 30 minutes kind of planning out your meals, I use a Healthy Passion for that, and knowing that you have healthy options on hand, you can maybe prep a few elements ahead in advance. That's going to make it that much easier to stay on track because the thing you don't think about is everyone's like, oh, the holiday season. Well, 90% of the holiday season is a normal day. It's that 10% that we let screw up the entire 90%. So if you still stay on track with your meal plan, if you still stay on track with eating healthy when you can, that's going to make a much bigger impact than that little bit of time that you're off track at a party or at a function. So just think about that. I think a lot of us, again, we left that mindset of, oh, it's a holiday season, let everything go versus control what we can control and not worry about what we can't really control. The last one is add in movement. And this is a big one. I think, again, it's a lot of us ladies that are super driven. We're all that all or nothing mindset. And I think that can really hold us back from being successful, especially when times get busy. So for me, it's about quality over quantity. No, quantity over quality. I'm sorry, I should have written that out in a note. Quantity over quality here. So if I can't get an hour-long workout in and I can only get 30 minutes, that is good enough for me. If I can only get 15 minutes in, that's good enough for me. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be consistent. So like today, I had some work to do. I hopped on the treadmill at a high incline. I worked for about 30 minutes. I only lifted weights for about 15 minutes. You know what? That is better than not going at all or beating myself up over not having the time to make it to the gym. So with this month, just stay really consistent, do the best you can, fit in movement intentionally wherever you can, and again, don't beat yourself up. So hope this was helpful. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'd love to chat more about how we can get you to reach your goals, and just remember, holidays are meant to be enjoyed. So don't beat yourself up, don't get stressed out, and make the time to really enjoy this holiday season. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.